Again, thank you for coming today. I know the weather was a little chilly and some sprinkles, but we're very happy to have the opening today, so I very much appreciate everyone coming with the conditions. First off, my name is Rod Moresco. I'm the Director of Public Works for the City of Vacaville, and again, just want to thank everyone for helping us, the city and the department, celebrate the dedication of our new Vacaville Transportation Center today. Before we get going, I'd first like to recognize some folks that are in the audience today. Kathy Hoffman, representing Congressman George Miller.
Thank you.
Okay. We have State Senator Lois Wolk. There she is. Okay. Yeah, Erica Rodriguez, representing Assemblywoman Mariko Yamada. We have our Solano County Supervisor, Jim Sparing. Right. Solano County Supervisor, Mike Reagan. Solano County Supervisor, John Vasquez. Right. And we have County Administrator Michael Johnson here as well. Thank you. Fine representation from the county. We have actually Dixon Mayor Jack Batchelor here. Sassoon City Mayor Pete Sanchez. And I didn't see Harry Price walking, did he? Okay, all right. So we have Vacaville Mayor Steve Hardy. Councilmember Diana Harris. Councilmember Mitch Mashburn. And we do have Don Labar from our City of Vacaville Planning Commission. Yeah. Our former mayor, Len Augustine. Thank you for coming. And Jasper McGee from the Commission on Aging. So, again, thank you very much for coming. I'd like to first introduce our first speaker, our city manager, Laura Kuhn.
Hello, everybody. Well, first off, I have to say I'm excited, and these days it's hard to get excited about something new and exciting happening, and so I want to thank everybody who worked on the project to make sure that we could have this lovely facility here in Vacaville. And if you haven't had a chance to drive by at night, I recommend it, because the architectural features with the lighting are really unique and beautiful and make the site look completely different than it does during the daytime. So I encourage you to do that. This 5-acre site was a combination of properties, publicly and privately held. Our redevelopment agency actually negotiated how to get all the parcels put together, and so it was a very complex task with a landowner out of the country. And so we put the site together. We now have about 225 parking stalls, and we've included 20 van pool parking stalls within the project, so we're able to serve van pools. We've got the potential to convert 32 more spaces to van pools as well. The site will accommodate 10 transit buses simultaneous right behind me here, and we have 5 pedestrian shelters, the clock tower, which is right in the back there, and also some bike lockers are located over that way. We use the green technology on the project. We have a solar photovoltaic system on the rooftops of the pedestrian. You can see them right behind me here. And we used LED sensor lights throughout the project, so we have no net impact on energy. And we have bioswales for drainage. That's becoming quite the norm. And we use non-potable water for irrigation. So I think we've done a lot to promote energy efficiency, not just by virtue of the design, but what this project itself promotes is people van pooling, carpooling, and taking the bus, which reduces trips on the freeway, which I know STA is all excited about, and I am too. But we want to make sure that we provide the best commute solutions for our residents here in Vacaville, and this site plugs in nicely into that regional network. At this point, I'm going to turn it over to our new mayor, Steve Hardy, and he's going to give you some more information about the project. And thank you all for coming. I hope that you're as excited as I am.
Well, thank you all for taking the time to be here today in this wonderful weather. It's rather inclement, but all of you that made the trip, we're grateful to have you because this is pretty spectacular. It's one of the reasons why I'm so proud to be the mayor here in Vacaville is the way that our employees do things. This, as it goes into the future, is going to play a big role in transportation here in Vacaville and for the other two cities on either side of us as well if it goes that far. But I continue to marvel because the thing that I remember most is being across the street with Dale Pfeiffer, the Mayor Len Augustine, and a couple other council members when they were talking about hoping to be able to purchase this piece of property, which was looked like a swamp, and it had an easement through it. But we basically took an empty lot and made this, and we still have some more property up there at the other end there that we can use. I want to extend a special thanks to the agencies, the STA, the MTC, all of their employees that put in so much of an effort to help us out here. And of course, the purpose of this transportation center is, as Laura said, to encourage people to use public transportation. I think that's going to happen. The freeways continue to get more crowded. I'm reminded always of over in Sonoma County, the voters at least 3 times voted down extending a highway from Novato to Santa Rosa from 4 to 6 lanes. And in the meantime, all the people moved up north of Santa Rosa, brought the cars, brought everything, and now they're finally going to get their 6 lanes at a much higher cost. But we'll encourage people, commuters, to use this facility, and I hope you agree with me that it's a pleasant thing to look at when you come in. And I know they've told about the night time, but it is great to look at this at nighttime with the lighting, and it all brightens up if there's a person under it. So it's really state of the art the way this place is designed, and we take pride in our green initiatives as Laura had mentioned. So as time goes by, I hope all of you get to take advantage of this facility, and we're glad to have it here, and glad to have it here for you. And again, thanks for everything that we have done to make it such a good thing. And now I take special pride in introducing to you our next senator, next speaker, not senator. Okay, I'm ready to go now. Our next, it says representing Lois Woke, but the senator is here, so I assume that you're going to come up and speak?
I'm staffing for today.
However you want to do it. Thanks, Senator.
I haven't voted yet on the budget, so I think I'm still welcome here, at least today. Thanks, Steve, very much. Laura and Rod, where are you, Rod? Thank you for the invitation. It's really wonderful to be here. I was here when we, a year ago in January, when we broke ground. And one thing that I emphasized then and that I want to re-emphasize now is, you know, it's not easy to do these projects. It just is not. There is no transportation project in the world that's easy to do anywhere, and it requires partnerships, collaboration and partnerships. Everybody puts in a little something, whether it's the city or the regional transit agency or the county. It requires, or the redevelopment agency, I did hear that, pulling together all of these pieces. There's no doubt about it. It's not easy to do, but that's the way you do it. And frankly, in Solano County, you've mastered that process. This isn't the first project that I've had the honor and privilege to congratulate you on and to be a part of that. Not easy to do, but you do it well. You've taken $9.5 million from the State Transportation Development Act monies, the Metropolitan Transportation Commission, thank you, Jim. Regional Measure 2, you combine that with stimulus money, with CMAQ money. That's what it takes to put all this together. It's This project epitomizes, as Laura said, as the mayor said, the kind of investment that we should be making in our future, in our communities. We're moving into a more environmentally friendly area. It's terrific. I mean, the green design, it's inexpensive, not always inexpensive to install, but over time, it really comes back to the city and to the community. Bike lockers, the vehicle, access for vehicles, for vans. This transportation center is an investment in our future and in our community. I want to congratulate all the partners. You did a great job. And I know that Vacaville and the other partners will continue to find innovative ways to meet the needs of our community and our region and of our state. And I want to thank you for that. It is my pleasure now, I think. It is my pleasure, but I'm not sure who's next on the agenda. It is my double pleasure now that I know who's coming next. Representing a wonderful congressional representative who, if anybody can succeed back there, it's George Miller. And we are very fortunate that he has chosen as his staff over the years a tremendous representative who does him great honor and helps us all the partners in achieving our goals in very, very difficult times. So, Kathy Hoffman, come tell us what George thinks.
Thank you, Lois. And thank you for the city for allowing me to speak today. I'm pleased to be here representing Congressman Miller at this ceremony to open the Vacaville Transportation Center. George regrets that he couldn't be here and asked me to convey to you his most sincere congratulations at this time. When we broke ground on this project last year, we talked about how development of this transportation center and the associated transit-oriented retail sales and office uses would provide economic benefits to the city of Vacaville by providing jobs for residents and surrounding communities. The construction of this facility has proven that, even during difficult economic times, projects can still be planned and completed, and sometimes at great savings. Congressman Miller was pleased to help secure close to $3.5 million in funding from the CMAQ funds and the stimulus funding sources for this project alone. Congressman Miller is dedicated to green efforts, including reducing the carbon footprint of communities and job creation. As you may know, until recently, Congressman Miller sat on the House Resources Committee, a position he'd held for 35 years, and unfortunately has recently had to resign from the committee. And as previously was a chairman of the Resources Committee. He is known as a champion of the environment, and this center is part of that dedication to the environment. It's estimated this center will take between 350 and 450 cars off the roadways annually, which will have a positive impact on this and surrounding communities. Congratulations on the completion of the Vacaville Transportation Center. Now allow me to introduce our next speaker, County Supervisor Jim Sparing.
Well, Laura, you know, for us transportation junkies, this is an exciting time. And, you know, talking about transportation junkies, I do want to introduce Elizabeth Patterson, the mayor of Benicia, just came in and joined us. Just a great advocate for transit and a good person to have on our transportation authority. You know, I want to thank all of you for being here and supporting public transit in Solano County. You know, we're one of the counties that really has integrated public transit with our streets and roads programs, and I think we're doing a good job meeting the demands that are placed on us here in Solano County. The 4 agencies that are responsible for doing this, in addition to the City of Vacaville, as mentioned earlier, the Solano Transportation Authority, their support, MTC, the Metropolitan Transportation Commission, and of course the help that we get from our state and federal partners. They really are kind of the cement that helps put a lot of these projects together for us. And especially for a county without a sales tax measure, you know, our representatives are doing a great job for this county. We want to thank you, Lois, and Eureka. A little more detail on the funding sources for this project. TDA money, the Transportation Development Act money, $1,800,000. Regional Measure 2, $7,200,000. American Recovery and Reinvestment Act, around $500,000. The CMAQ, Congestion Mitigation Air Quality, is $3 million. And you know, as you add it all up, it was a real team effort to be able to do that. The budget for this project was $12.2 million, and the total cost of this project was $8.2 million. And for you engineers in the room, as you're doing the math, that's a $4.4 million savings. And it's not just the savings. It's a tradition in the city of Vacaville, on time and under budget. Vacaville is one of those cities that has a reputation. You give them the money, they're going to build a project, and they're going to get it done in a timely fashion. And so, you know, and I was telling Mayor Augustine, when he first came to me, he said that we have this project. They had finally gotten the land. Lynn had come to me and said that there was a shortfall in the project, and is there any MTC money, any regional Measure 2 money? And I said, well, I'll go ask for it, but send me some more information on the project. And I think Lynn talked to me about 9 in the morning, and by 5 o'clock, I think Dale had a stack of information on that project to me. And so we were able to pitch the project at MTC. And as I talked to the staff there, Vacaville's reputation is known in the region. They said that's a community that if we give them the money, that project will get built. And one thing about MTC, they want to see things built. And so I want to commend the staff here. You guys have just done a great job. And along with the environmental impacts on this project, Vacaville's commitment to providing a convenient transportation alternative in this corridor, not only to the citizens of Vacaville, but to citizens in Solano County. As our transportation authority, we are trying to build a seamless transportation system in Solano County. As you look at our map of how we're developing transportation alternatives, we've taken off all the boundaries for the cities, and we're showing how in this corridor, the spine, which is Interstate 80, is how we're linking all these park and rides, these transportation centers, how they all work together to feed our commuters into both San Francisco and to the Sacramento Bay Area. And you know, I've got to commend all the mayors and city councils and the board of supervisors for taking this approach. We are going to be able to compete for funds much better than many counties that come in with these fragmented approaches. And so, to the credit of the STA and their staff, guys, keep staying focused with setting those priorities and speaking with one voice. The city's approach has always been, and Brian McLean, where's Brian? I saw him. He's somewhere back there. He won an award at MTC for the work that he's doing in the county. But the city's approach is put transit where people will use it and go where they want to go. I don't know of any other city in this county that has integrated their transportation system into the fabric of the community than what Vacaville has done. They're putting these centers right here where businesses are, and they're putting the transportation center over there on Montevideo, right in the middle of the homes. They are doing all the right things you have to do to make it successful. And so, congratulations, Vacaville. You guys are doing it all right and a great model for the rest of the county. The project is just another important link in Solano County's transportation system that serves both Sacramento and the Bay Area. And I want to thank everybody that supported this project. A special thank you to the staff in Vacaville. You guys are just great to work with, and you're certainly a pleasure to go compete for money. And just keep up the good work and good project. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Jim, and again, thanks again. I mean, you went to bat for us. I remember the day we needed that $3 extra million, and you went to bat for us and got it. So, again, thank you very much. It concludes our speakers for this afternoon, but before we cut the ribbon, I did want to thank some others that really made this project happen. And starting off with my ex-boss of 24 years, Dale Pfeiffer. He got this project rolling. So, you know, Solano Transportation Authority Executive Director Darrell Halls and his staff, they've been wonderful to work with. Then to our City of Vacaville Public Works Engineering staff, they rock. It's we got Sean Cunningham, Tanya Scow, Brian Oxley, and Deborah Fauborg leading the design team. They made this project happen. we talked about the difficult land acquisition, so I don't want to leave out our city attorney, Jerry Holbrick. He was a big help getting this land to build the project. We do have our architects, Indigo from Davis, John Hammond, and Prescott Nichols. You know, I apologize to them earlier just because when civil engineers and architects work together, sometimes it's not always pleasant. So I'm sorry if I caused too much pain on you guys. But the project turned out wonderful. It's great. We have Glumac Engineering, Jim Claybaugh Landscaping, and again, I do want to thank our Transit and Fleet Manager, Brian McLean, just a big asset to the city. And on the construction end, our general contract, we had a great contractor here at Hess Construction. They pulled this project off, minimal problems. And our management team of Tim Burke, Tim Dunn, Carol Dorsey, and Bob LaRusso of Salbar Associates doing the construction management of the project. So they did a great job. So again, it was a huge team effort, and I just want to thank everyone again for coming today. And it's now time to go outside. Looks like the rain's held off to cut the ribbon and dedicate the new transportation center. So again, thank you very much.